Last week on iCandi After Dark.
We got a Dear iCandi, y'all, and it was from a guy named Andy. And Andy said, Dear iCandi, what do you believe keeps a black man happy? And that's a good question, because I don't know. I think that they don't know. The black men these days don't even know, because I think greed takes over.
Hold on now. Don't speak for us. Don't speak for us.
Hey, the question was, I'm going to answer it, and I'm going to let you answer it as well. But when they ask me, I got to give them an answer.
They don't know what they want. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's her opinion.
Right. Can I have my opinion?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Queen.
You about to get jumped on. He was doing so well.
For real, a lot of black men from my generation, coming up, I don't think they really know what they want, because I hear a lot of guys saying they want this in a relationship, and then when they get it, they completely go for something else. And I'm not saying that women don't do it, because, we do it all the time. So I'm not saying women don't do it, but the question was about black men, not black women, number one. Before y'all attack me with the whole black women, that ain't the question. Right. So I think a lot of brothers really don't know what they want. Depending on their age and their maturity level and what they've been through and experienced, it's hard for them to actually know what they want, So that's the issue with a whole bunch of them. So I don't know how to please a lot of black men. I can tell you how to please a black man like my father. I can tell you what he, raised me to say, and this is what a man wants, this is how you keep a man. But then I've been with guys, and I've done that, and they still, greed took over, and they wanted more, or they wanted different, or, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm going to let Brother Insight answer last, since he interrupted me. Go to girl, what do you believe keeps a black man happy?
In the end, it all comes, love is in there, too, but they love to have sex. They love to eat. They love money. So, it all comes down to that. I think it's a growing process. I think they're happy, and then when they get happy, they want another type of happiness, and then they get that, and then they want another type of happiness. So I guess it's a growing process. I'm not a very good person to answer that question, because I really don't know.
The number one thing that the black man want, Queens, is support. We love sex. We love to eat. You know what I'm saying? We love our sports, the vast majority of us. But if you give us a woman that will support us, that will ride or die with us to the end, man, all the other stuff can really kind of fall third, fourth step on the list. You know what I'm saying? Support. And that's why I love my wife so much. Insight, I'm crazy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm crazy in a good way. You know what I mean? I met my wife. I had just stopped eating red meat and pork. Then I stopped eating chicken. Then I stopped eating fish. Now I'm a damn vegan. You know what I'm saying? And my wife supports me in everything. She gets cookbooks to learn how to cook certain foods. You know what I'm saying? The way that I want them prepared now. And the fact that she supports me with every endeavor. The fact that I'll stay up to 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when I should be asleep. She know I'm reading, studying stuff for the show, or just studying stuff for my own general information. No matter what I do, as long as it's positive and it's important and it's encouraging to our family, she supports me. If I had a woman that didn't support me, my life would be so much harder than it is right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what the average brother wants more than anything, is just love and support, man. You know what I mean? I think that's why a lot of men look for women that remind them of their mother, or remind them of Big Mama or their great-grandmother, because those women, when all else failed, they always got support from them women. And we look for women like that to show us that love and support, man. So at the end of the day, we want sex, we want money, you know what I'm saying? We want food, we want our sports, but we want y'all to support us, man. A lot of reasons, not making an excuse for these brothers, because I don't rock with them. But to be honest, the reason they go to these white women, because these white women listen to them. They support them. A brother can go home and tell a white woman, I'm going to the moon tonight. And she'll figure out a way to help him to do it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it boils down to, sister. Y'all got to support us, man. That's all we're looking for at the end of the day.
That makes total sense, because I was thinking, like you said, it can fall 5, 6 down the line, but really support, compliment, everything, I guess you can say. But then the flip side is a lot of stuff that they want you to support them, or how they want you to support them. You be like, what? I ain't going to be able to do it. Your support sounds good, but the insight was...
Right, that's what I'm getting to say, because I don't know. For me, you know what I'm saying, and I have to put myself in the mind frame that not all men are the same. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was in a relationship and I was ride or die, support you, whatever you want, me making everything happen for you, me doing this for you, doing that for you, whatever you asked, I did it, period. Point blank, period. No complaints. I figured it out. I got it done. You know, as support, it wasn't enough. So I feel like, okay, that sounds good, but that didn't work for me. But I have to look at it like that's not all men. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But just from my experience, support just wasn't enough. Sex just wasn't enough. Like, you know what I mean? So, like I said, some just don't know what the hell they want.
And that's real. That's real. That's real.
Right.
That's real.
But Mayo said he agreed with you to a point, but he wants sex.
Come on, Mayo.
He said you got to put sex in that category because he wants sex. What do you believe keeps a black man happy?
100%, 1,000,000% agree with insight on that. I mean, you know, men, mature men that really know what they want, they love support. Because when you support a man, you make him feel like he is the king. And we already kings, but that really makes us feel wanted. You know what I'm saying? You might not think men don't want attention or want that, but that's what, he's the king of the castle, so he gonna want support. I mean, every president that come in office, they want support. So just like a man, he wants support of a woman. Because sex gonna come. That's gonna come. Support ain't gonna come unless, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, sex gonna always be there.
What if she supports you, but she don't like having sex?
She don't like having sex?
Yeah.
Oh,
Y'all are both, you know what I'm saying, a little more mature, and you guys are a little more focused. Nowadays, a lot of men is really about big booties and bling bling and flossing and what's going to be the best for me, what's going to get me to come up, and how can you help me get to where I want to be. And you know what I mean? It's seriously more a selfish generation, and they do want a woman that's going to support them financially and take care of them, but they're not going to give it back. And I'm not saying all brothers, but a lot of them are. A lot of them. And I come across a lot of them all the time, and not trying to get with me because, y'all know I'm picky. I'm real picky. So not a lot of them come to me, but like my friends date them, and my family members be ending up with these type of guys. So, and it's a lot. They are in the majority. So when y'all say, you know what I'm saying, it's just support, no, it don't be, because they have a woman that's supporting them. Like they'll be in jail and meet a woman that's ride or die while they in jail, putting money on their books and taking care of them and this and that and loving them and holding it down for them. As soon as they get out of jail, they go to another chick that's ghetto, fabulous, good, but her booty big and she this and she that, you know. So I hear you, but a lot of your brothers is not backing what you saying. That's all I'm saying. What do you believe keeps a black man happy?
It's important for the man and the woman to be on the same page. You know, that's support. You know, don't make conflict with each other. And I like what the one lady was saying. Listen, let's get a compromise. Let's compromise the thing. You know, everybody's individual, and you have to respect that individuality.
This is the type of thing that women have to realize as well. Black man, you guys gotta realize we go through so much on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? We hear it at work. You know what I'm saying? We get it when we have to get stereotyped by cops. When we come home, all we want is love and support, and a woman that can just, you know what I'm saying, have a shoulder for us to lay on, some arms to land, and just support us and build us up. Because we face so much adversity in this place they call America, man. And if we can't get that peace and that refuge in our home, where else can we get it? We can't get it at work. We can't even get it while we're driving down the street. We can't catch a taxi. We can't go to the grocery store without people looking at us crazy. So, you know, brothers, you know what I mean, look for those type of women, and women look for those type of brothers so we can have better relationships.
Irv, what's up, man? How are you?
How you doing? I'm doing great.
I'm fabulous. What do you believe keeps a black man happy?
The support thing does go a long way. I hear the gripe with the ladies about, well, you know, you try to support things and it's not enough. At the same time, you gotta be careful who you throw your support to.
Right.
You go both ways. So I mean, the support is a big thing, but sometimes as a man, we kind of have to earn the support. You know what I mean? If it's a positive, bro, like brother Insight said, when I heard him talking, he was saying his wife supported him a lot of something positive that will impact his family and the community. She will support him. So that's really good support. You know, because you're doing something positive. If you got a brother who's just sitting home, not doing nothing, if you decide you're going to try to support him, that's kind of on you. That's real bad. You have ample opportunity to get up and leave and go for something better.
Right.
And fellas, you have to support the queens as well. Don't get it twisted.
Absolutely.
Insight ain't saying this is a one-way street. This is a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? When that sister come home and had a rough day, you got to support her as well. When she's trying to go through some different changes, switch up her hair, you know what I'm saying, switch up some things about her life, support her as well, man. You know what I mean? So it's a two-way street. We got to support each other.
What do you believe keeps a black man happy?
You had me going over it for a minute, then you finally said it right before she let me in, like, you know, the brothers have to give that support too. Like, that's what I needed to hear. Like, you know, we can't always come home from a long day of work, you know, talking about, man, it's rough out there. It's tough out. I mean, we always come home bringing that baggage home to her and expecting her to absorb it and then can't figure out why she's sick of supporting you. Because she never gives her release anything. She's always soaking up with your issues. And as far as the support issue is, like, a man is supposed to, you know, it's, like you said, depending on what kind of support that he's looking for from his woman. When I talk about, when I say this, I'm not talking about the men who are actually handling their business, but I'm talking about the men who, instead of having a 9 to 5, you in the studio all the time. I mean, instead of and you wanting the woman who you're with and the kids that you have with her to support you in this effort to become this rap star. I mean, so that's a different area right there. I mean, I just feel like at that point in time, you should come to the conclusion that, hey, this is not taking care of the family. This is not taking care of the bills. I can see why she's upset with me. I can see why she's not supporting me. But we take her to a whole nother level. And then we always want to throw up the fact, that's why I date white women, or that's why black men date white women. I think that is the poorest excuse. Now, if that's what you want to do, that's on you. I'm not even going to go so far as you guys said and say I don't agree with it. Hey, if that's what you want to do, it's not for me, but if that's what you want, that's what you want to do. But just be honest with yourself and say, hey, I'm doing this because they just let me do what I want to do, not because I'm not getting support. Because all the women that I know, to a certain extent, once they hit that breaking point, some of them go past the breaking point, but once they hit that breaking point, you know, it's like, look, I'm not doing this no more. And that's about, now you want to holler about she don't support me. And I hear a lot of men talking about, man, well, I can't do this because it's women in America. I can't do this because I'm black. I can't. My grandma used to say, can't never could. Can't never could do anything. So, I mean, we defeat ourselves before we even get started by speaking those words over our lives. I can't do it. Yeah, of course you can. I'm not saying it's easy. Life in America for black men is hard. It's hard. It's always been, and it will always be. Like, that will not change. It's going to be that way. We're going to always have to do everything extra. But we know that going in. So we have to prepare ourselves for that so that we can succeed. I mean, it's still possible to be successful in America, even as a black man. So, I mean, we don't want to paint the picture that, you know, just because you're black, because I'm raising black, I'm raising black men. And I don't want to paint that picture that because you're black, it's impossible. Yes, it may be a struggle, but it's not impossible. And we just need to man up.
So what do you think? What does it take to keep a black man happy? To hear more of this show and other shows on iCandi Radio, go to www.blogtalkradio.com/iCandi Radio.